Look at my delicious cheesy lasagna. Stay tuned and see how I make it. Yeah. Hello, and I'm back again with another video. I hope that you guys are having a great Sunday. I am about to make some lasagna. I'm using ground turkey, so I'm going to use ground turkey. I have all my ingredients here, but first I'm going to work on the meat. I'm trying to go on a little more healthier option, like do a little more healthier option, so I decided to go with turkey. But you can use like ground beef, you can use pork, you can mix both of them, you can use ground chicken. I mean, it depends on what kind of protein you like. Some people make like a vegetarian lasagna. You can do that also if you're not into the meat. But for me, instead of using beef, I use turkey because I don't really eat beef that much. So I'm doing the ground turkey. So right now I'm just chopping up some onions and some garlic. You can use garlic powder and onion powder, but I just like the fresh option. Now I'm putting some olive oil into my cast iron skillet. I'm going to heat that up, and then I'm going to saute the garlic and the onions. Open the onions until it's translucent in color, and then I'm going to add in the garlic. I don't add in the garlic right away because what happens to the garlic, it burns. So you want to put the garlic when the onion is already cooked, so that it won't halfway cooked actually, so that it won't burn as fast. So I'm going to put in the garlic, trying to position my camera where my head won't be cut off. So I'm going to put in the garlic now, and the onion saute for about 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm going to put in the garlic. Once you saute for about 2 minutes more, we're going to add in the meat. As I said, I'm using turkey. You can use beef, you can use pork, you can use sausages. I mean, lasagna, you can use any type of meat that you like. You can use lamb. So whatever meat you want to use. So I'm going to add in the meat. I like using turkey because it's more lean and it's not a lot of oil and stuff in there. Like when you do the beef, it produces a lot of oil, so I like using the turkey as a better alternative. So now that all the pink is out of the turkey, I'm going to add in the sauce. I'm using store-bought sauce. You can use make fresh sauce by all means if that's your thing. Like I've made fresh sauce before, but it's just so much easier to use a really good store-bought sauce. So I'm using a 4 cheese. No, this one is marinara, this one is 4 cheese, and I also have a tomato and basil I'm going to use. So this is the Wegmans brand. It's a store called Wegmans, and then I have one from Aldi. It's a Priano marinara sauce, so I'm using both of them. And I also have a 4 cheese here if I need more sauce, because I like a really saucy lasagna, so we'll see if I need that. So right now I'm just going to throw in the sauces. Now you're going to lower the heat on medium because you don't want it to dry out too quickly. So I'm going to put some water in here just to rinse these out, get everything out of there. And as I said, I love a saucy lasagna. So right now this is not saucy enough for me, so I'm going to add in some more, which is the 4 cheese one, which is going to be really delicious. So I'm gonna add in the 4 cheese. Whew. But I'm also gonna add in the water. That's how you open your jar. You hit the bottom of it. So I'm gonna put in half of this one. So that's pretty much two jars you use, because this one was halfway used. So I pretty much used 2 jars. So now to this I'm going to add in my spices and seasonings. So I'm going to add in some parsley. I'm going to add in some oregano. I'm going to put in some basil. Italian seasoning, and then I'm going to put in some salt, just a little, because this already has salt in it, so I don't want to put too much salt, just for a little flavor. And then I'm going to put in some parmesan, grated parmesan. All you could put. So I'm going to mix all of this up. And then one more thing, I'm going to add a little sugar to that. That will bring all of those flavors in. So what I'm going to do now is just mix it up. And I'm just going to let this simmer, because the meat is already cooked, so this just has to simmer. And it's going to taste really good. I probably could put all of this cheese and be done with it, so I'll just put all of it. And just leave this to simmer. See how good that look? I'm going to give it a taste to see what it needs. It's really good. So I'll leave this for simmer for about 10 minutes. Just so the meat can get the sauce all soaked in. All the sauce can kind of soak into the meat, and then I'm going to turn it off. Some grated mozzarella cheese. Grating the cheese is a lot better than buying the shredded ones. So I try to grate as much as I can. I sometimes buy the shredded one when I'm lazy, but for the most part I like grating my cheese. The only one that I didn't buy to grate is the parmesan. I just didn't want to grate all that cheese, so but always shoot for these block cheese, because I saw a video and the guy said that they add stuff to the packaged cheeses that they grate. I'm not sure the one that is already grated, so but that's not really my reason. I just like grating cheese. It's just something that I'm so, you know, I grew up doing it, so for me doing it now is like not a big deal. Some people won't do this, but you could also put this in the food processor and just shred it in there. But so right now I'm working on my ricotta mixture. I'm putting in some ricotta cheese, and then I'm going to put in 2 eggs. some Parmesan cheese, and some parsley. I'm going to mix all of this up, and this is going to be my ricotta cheese mixture for my lasagna. So I'm going to use this Pyrex dish. I'm trying not to make too much of a big lasagna. I just want it to be a small amount. So this dish will be good. If you're making like a big amount, you can use like one of those silver pans, because that's a big one. But it's just a small one that I'm making. So I'm going to put in some meat at the bottom of the Pyrex dish. That's my first layer. So I'm going to spread it all around. So the pasta that I'm using for this is a regular lasagna pasta, but I didn't boil it. And it's not the no-boil one, it's just the regular one. Sometimes I use the no-boil one, but for me, I've done this with this one and it's worked perfectly. So this is what I am using. I've done this multiple times and it worked really well. So you can try this. It's just so much easier than boiling the lasagna and all of that. So you just want to make sure that your lasagna have enough liquid to, you know, cook the pasta. But for the most part, it worked really well. So I'm putting my layers in, and then I'm going to put another meat layer. So I put meat, then I put the lasagna pasta. Now I'm putting in some more meat, and then I'm going to put the ricotta over that. So once I'm finished with this step, I'm going to put some mozzarella cheese over that. See, the dish is already looking full, so you can use a deeper dish if you like, because mine was pretty full. And you also want to leave room for when the lasagna starts to cook, it kind of swells up. So I'm putting also some cheddar cheese over the mozzarella, and then I'm going to just continue on with another layer. Actually ran out of my ricotta mixture, so I had to make some more real quick. So I used the whole jar. So right now I'm finishing off the top layer. I'm going to put a layer of meat, and that's the last bit of meat. You just want to put enough at the top, and then after putting all the meat, you're going to top this with your cheeses, and that will be the end of your lasagna prep. Now this is going to go in the oven at 350, and I left it for about an hour and a half because of the fact that I didn't boil the lasagna and I used it straight out. I have to cook this for about an hour and a half. So I just covered it with some foil, make sure it's covered really nice and tight, and that steam will stay trapped in there, and it will cook the lasagna noodles really nice and soft. And as you can see, I add a lot of sauce to my to my meat, so that helps with the cooking process. Yeah, I actually could have used a bigger dish, but because I don't want to make a really big one, I decided, you know what, I'm going to just let everything fit right in here. But it worked. Also, before I cover it with the foil, I sprayed the foil with some cooking spray that will prevent the cheese from sticking onto the foil. So guys, this is my delicious finished lasagna. Look how nice and soft that is. It's like I just boiled the lasagna noodles. It's the same way. So I'm going to scoop out a piece of this and you'll be able to see the inside of it. But this lasagna was really easy to make. As I said, once you're done prepping it, you put it in the oven for the hour and a half and you do something else. You can make a salad or something. So I'm just going to take it out here and you'll see how nice and cheesy. You see all that cheese and that sauce. This lasagna was really delicious. I ate it with a salad and also with a garlic roll. I made the garlic roll. I have that recipe on my channel. I will leave the link in the description for you to see how to make that. But it's pretty easy, a pretty easy dinner. So this is my finished dinner. And I am going to dig in because this place smells like garlic and it just smells like an Italian restaurant right now. So I'm about to dig in. Look at that plate. Look at the lasagna. I'm going to cut into it and you'll be able to see how nice and soft that is and cheesy. You see all the cheese, all the layers. So this was really, really good. As you can see, I'm really enjoying this. This is one of my favorite dishes to make and also to eat. I just love cheese. I just love Italian food. It's just one of the most tastiest dish you can ever have. I mean, just with the cheese and the sauce and everything. So this was really, really filling and delicious and satisfying. So I hope you guys try this recipe. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. And always remember, my food is cooked with passion and served with love. God bless. Bye.